There are lessons in life that no one can truly teach you early enough, not because people don't try, but because understanding often comes only through experience. These are the truths that slowly reveal themselves over time, usually after mistakes, losses, or moments of deep reflection. One of the first lessons many people learn too late is that time is far more valuable than money. Money can be earned again, replaced, rebuilt, but time only moves in one direction. You don't realize how precious it is until years have passed and you look back wishing you had spent more of it on what truly mattered. Another lesson is that not everyone who starts the journey with you is meant to finish it with you. People change, paths diverge, and holding on to relationships out of fear or nostalgia often causes more pain than letting go. Learning to accept this doesn't make you cold, it makes you honest with yourself. You also learn too late that approval from others is a poor foundation for happiness. Chasing validation keeps you trapped in comparison and self-doubt, and no amount of praise ever feels like enough when your sense of worth depends on it. True confidence grows when you begin living in alignment with your values instead of trying to meet everyone else's expectations. Another hard lesson is that discipline will take you places motivation never can. Motivation is emotional and temporary, but discipline is built through repetition and commitment. Many people wait to feel inspired before taking action, only to realize later that progress belongs to those who act even when they don't feel like it. You also eventually learn that your health is not guaranteed. Energy, strength, and mental clarity are assets that quietly decline if neglected. Many people prioritize everything else until their body forces them to pay attention. By then, rebuilding what was lost becomes much harder. Another lesson learned too late is that silence is often more powerful than words. Not every argument deserves a response. Not every misunderstanding needs an explanation. Learning when to stay quiet can protect your peace and save you from unnecessary conflict. Along the same lines, you learn that boundaries are not acts of selfishness, but acts of self-respect. Saying no will disappoint some people, but saying yes to everything will eventually disappoint you. Many people realize too late that rest is not laziness. Constant busyness is often praised, but burnout silently erodes creativity, joy, and purpose. Rest allows you to reset, reflect, and return stronger. Another lesson life teaches slowly is that failure is not the opposite of success, but part of it. Avoiding failure limits growth, while learning from it builds resilience. Most people who succeed have failed many times, but that truth becomes clear only after you've experienced setbacks yourself. You also learn that consistency matters more than intensity. Short bursts of effort feel productive, but lasting results come from steady, repeated actions over time. This applies to relationships, personal growth, health, and goals. Another lesson that arrives late is that peace is more valuable than being right. Winning arguments often cost relationships, and holding on to resentment weighs more than letting go. Learning to forgive, not for others but for yourself, is one of the most freeing realizations in life. You also come to understand that comparison is a quiet thief. Measuring your life against someone else's timeline creates unnecessary pressure and dissatisfaction. Everyone is dealing with unseen struggles, and success rarely looks as perfect as it appears from the outside. Another truth people learn too late is that you must take responsibility for your life. Blaming circumstances, people, or the past delays growth. The moment you accept responsibility is the moment you regain control. Life becomes lighter when you stop waiting to be saved and start choosing to act. You also realize that happiness is not a destination you arrive at, but a practice you maintain. Waiting for everything to be perfect before allowing yourself to feel content only leads to endless postponement. Joy is found in presence, gratitude, and small moments that are easy to overlook when you're always chasing the next milestone. And perhaps one of the most painful lessons learned too late is that expressing love, appreciation, and gratitude should never be postponed. Words left unsaid and feelings unshared often become the deepest regrets. Life doesn't always give you a second chance to say what matters. These lessons don't arrive all at once. They unfold gradually, shaped by experience, mistakes, and reflection. And while learning them late can be painful, understanding them at any point has the power to change how you live moving forward. As these lessons continue to reveal themselves, you begin to notice a pattern in how life teaches. It rarely explains things up front. Instead, it allows you to walk straight into situations, believing you know enough, only to later realize how much you misunderstood. One lesson many people learn too late is that being busy is not the same as being productive. Filling your days with tasks can feel like progress, but without intention, direction, and reflection, busyness becomes a distraction from what truly matters. Another realization that often comes with time is that emotions don't make you weak. Avoiding them does. Suppressing feelings may seem like strength in the moment, but unprocessed emotions eventually surface in ways that affect your relationships, decisions, and mental health. Learning to acknowledge and work through emotions rather than deny them is a form of maturity that many discover only after years of internal conflict. You also learn that listening is more valuable than speaking. Early in life, many people focus on being heard, proving a point, or asserting themselves, only to later realize that true understanding and connection come from listening deeply. When you listen without preparing your response, you learn more about others and about yourself. Another lesson that often comes too late is that you can't change people who don't want to change. No amount of effort, explanation, or sacrifice can force growth in someone else. Accepting this frees you from carrying responsibility that was never yours. It teaches you to focus your energy on your own development rather than trying to fix others. Many people also learn too late that financial freedom is built on habits, not sudden breakthroughs. Small, consistent decisions about spending, saving, and investing matter far more than rare moments of luck. Waiting for the perfect opportunity often delays progress, while steady discipline quietly builds security over time. And another truth life reveals slowly is that self-respect shapes how others treat you. Tolerating disrespect, neglect, or manipulation teaches people what you will accept. Learning to walk away from what diminishes you is painful, but it becomes one of the strongest acts of self-preservation. You also come to understand that growth often feels lonely. Choosing to improve your life, change habits, or pursue meaningful goals can distance you from people who are comfortable staying the same. This loneliness isn't a punishment, it's a transition. It creates space for new connections that align with who you are becoming. Another lesson learned too late is that you don't need closure from everyone to move on. Waiting for apologies, explanations, or validation can keep you stuck. Closure is something you give yourself when you choose peace over unresolved questions. Life also teaches that your inner dialogue matters more than you realize. The way you speak to yourself becomes the lens through which you experience the world. Harsh self-criticism drains confidence, while compassionate self-talk builds resilience. Many people only recognize this after years of unnecessary self-doubt. You also learn that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Waiting for fear to disappear often means waiting forever. Growth happens when you move forward while fear is still present. Another lesson that comes with time is that moments don't last, but memories do. The experiences you create, the people you show up for, and the moments you choose to be present for often mean more than material achievements. This realization shifts priorities and reshapes what success truly means. You begin to understand that life is not about controlling every outcome, but about learning how to respond to whatever unfolds. Acceptance becomes a form of peace. And as these lessons settle in, you realize that learning them late doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. The value lies not in when you learn them, but in whether you choose to live differently once you do.